With the Minecraft Nether update, we saw Mojang go above and beyond with the features they introduced as a part of 1.17. We got all new mobs, biomes and structures which we never even expected to see as a part of that update, which is why in this video, with all of the great news we've been hearing, I'm going to be talking about a handful of biomes we could see updated as a part of the upcoming Wild update and why I think they are extremely likely to happen. With that being said, drop the video a like and let's dive right into it. As I said, over the past few weeks we've been hearing some pretty great news surrounding Mojang and what's going on behind the scenes. Obviously the past few years have been difficult for not only Mojang, not only the game of Minecraft, but for everyone in the world. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, but this did cause so many delays for Minecraft, its updates, and with the employees over at Mojang. It caused so much chaos and basically had a hugely negative impact on the Caves and Cliffs update, resulting in it being split up into two parts and so many features, so many potential features being lost. For example, there's Archaeology. This was scheduled to be coming as a part of 1.17, however, since it has been delayed and never talked about again by Mojang. However, with the recent announcement from King V Dogs that the Mojang team is back together again and working from the Mojang offices, I think that there is a huge potential that we will see a bunch of bonus features added as a part of the Wild update. Now let me just clarify what I mean by bonus features or secret features. Those are a few words I'll be throwing around in this video, but basically guys, think back to 1.16, the Nether update at Minecraft Live. For the basically showing of that update, all we really saw was about 3 new biomes, the piglins, the hoglins, and that's about it. However, in the final release, Mojang did go above and beyond to add so many more features, whole new biomes in fact, new structures, new mobs, ruined portals, new loot, items. Mojang just went completely insane with this update. Obviously nothing like that could be done with the Caves and Cliffs update, since obviously the whole thing that was spreading around the world and causing everyone to stay home, that did have a hugely negative impact, so bad that Mojang could barely get out the features they promised. Because of this, however, 1.19, the Wild update, is going to be the first update we've seen since Mojang have got back to their original state and are sort of semi back to normal. Because of this, I think there's a huge potential that with the upcoming Wild update we will see some new bonus features and secret features thrown in there that they did not originally show us at Minecraft Live. We've already got a look at some of them from the legend over at Mojang known as Henrik, being the goat horn with some cool new functionality. But this video is focused purely on the biomes. In the title I mentioned a few in particular: forest, plains and desert. This is because these are 3 of the most popular biomes in Minecraft, but have gone quite a while without any kinds of updates and changes, and as we know by the name itself, the Wild update, Mojang are updating the Wild, meaning the overworld, and the biomes of the overworld. That's why we're seeing changes to the swamps and changes to the birch forests. And if you recall, Mojang did do something similar with the Nether update, where they shown off a few biomes at first but then rapidly expanded, adding more and more. I'm going to go through each biome one by one, talk about some potential changes Mojang could do and how likely I actually think it is, starting with the desert, because I do believe this one is by far the most likely. This is also a past mob vote loser, or I should say biome vote, whatever you want to call it, just like the swamp biome was. It did in fact lose, but as we now know, Mojang is not afraid to bring them back, even if they are defeated. Basically what Mojang told us would come to this biome as part of this update was basically meerkats and palm trees. This is basically it. So from this, obviously I do not want to assume, but it would appear that this would be rather straightforward for Mojang to do, just to add a new tree like they did with the swamp, and to add a new biome just like they're doing with the swamp. Although this may sound like a minor change to some of you, maybe if you're not a big fan of the desert, this would add to the overall theme of the world update. I've said this in previous videos, it's called the world update and it cannot live up to that name with just 2 new biomes. People have wanted palm trees or some tropical looking plants in Minecraft for quite a while, and this would be the perfect opportunity for Mojang to do that. Now on to my favourite biome in the game, the Forest Biome. I believe this is also another straightforward one, therefore it is quite likely we will see this. I think it would be awesome and would also make a lot of sense if Mojang added a bit more diversity to the trees like they're doing with the birch forests. Maybe adding a few more variations of trees growing in different shapes and at different heights. In Mojang we've had the same few trees for a very long time, the tall trees and the short trees. Why not add like anomaly trees where they're absolutely giant, or some small trees where they're like 2 blocks high, something like this, just a bit of variation, just like what exists in the real world would be so awesome. Also new flowers, plants, leaves, things like this would add so much to this biome, and I think it is in dire need of an update. For being so many people's favourite, I think Mojang have shown it very little love over the years, so some simple changes, adjustments like that would also be incredible. And I am here today on behalf of the Minecraft Leaf community. There's a big bunch of people out there who would like different variations in the colour of leaves, and I'm one of them. Personally, I've been searching for this for a while and I would download resource packs on Java Edition for this, but I would love if Mojang added different colours of leaves. For example, with the birch trees, maybe they could have a bit more yellow leaves or orange, a bit like autumn trees, or for the forests they could be varying and have different colours. I know they change depending on the biome, but that's not really what I'm saying. And finally, let's move on to the plains biome. This is one that would be very difficult to do, but I've saw it tackled very well in so many mods. I think it'd be cool for Mojang just to show off the plains a bit more. I think the biome should be a bit more flat, and that may not make a lot of sense to some of you, but a plains is exactly that, a plains, right? It's big, it's open, and it's flat. And in Mojang at the moment, so many times I have found a plains biome and just can see the border of it from every direction. I think a plains biome should live up to that name and just be very vast and expansive, right? Mojang would not really need to add that much, like new trees or bushes or anything like that. If they just made the plains biome bigger and more expansive and more flat and live up to that name a bit more, I think that would do so much for the game. Just like how in the Caves and Cliffs update they increased the size of the mountains and made them a bit more prominent and stand up on their own 2 feet. I wish Mojang would do this with the plains biome. This is one of the only biomes, one of the only places in Minecraft you can find horses, and I think that would be so incredible. But let me know your thoughts down below, everyone. It's been me, ItzJhief. Have an amazing day and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.